HR relationships changing? What is the best recruiting method for attracting just the right talent?
Well, like I said, so talent analytics is becoming a very big segment of human capital overall. And we're only scratching the surface. So many companies are just beginning to realize that through better data analysis, they can not only understand who are the right candidates, but then who succeeds once they come into the organization. We call that quality of hire, and there's a lot of ways to look at it. Some companies maybe value longevity, others would value how quickly somebody comes up to productivity. We call that time to productivity. Others might value other traits, but it all gets lumped into the banner of quality of hire. And I think the more that organizations understand what does quality of hire look like in our organization, then that should feed into where are we going to find our best candidates. One of our member companies would only recruit from 16 colleges and universities, for example, until they realized that those other people that somehow infiltrated their company that didn't go to one of those 16 colleges or universities, they were successful too, in fact, maybe more successful. And so that opened their eyes to, hey, we're really limiting the talent pool that we go after. We're probably limiting the diversity that we have in the organization too. You can get pretty homogenous if you're only going to the same sources of talent. So I think more and more organizations recognize the importance of diversity because it's not about gender or race, it's really about diversity of thought. Can we get more ideas from different perspectives inside our organization and get more creative, get more innovative because we have that diversity of thought in the organization. So I think when it comes to talent acquisition, sourcing the right candidates, using analytics, looking for diversity become very important for companies.
Succession that you talked about of talent as you bring them into the company. I wonder how open many of the managers are to that concept, because in effect you're kind of bringing someone in to replace yourself in a sense if you're doing it right.
Right.
How open is management to such an idea?
It depends on the manager, but the company can do a number of things to reinforce the importance of that. There are certainly managers that they derive a lot of personal satisfaction from their own power, right? So the more powerful and the more reliant the division or department or company is on me, that makes some managers feel great. Okay. And that's kind of human nature. But that's very destructive for the company. And that's a trait that we see in low-performing companies where they allow managers to be powerful by not sharing their own knowledge and also not sharing the talent, hoarding the talent that's in their organization. So companies that I think have broken through that, they not only put a lot of emphasis on succession planning and make sure that managers have thought through who is your ultimate successor so that you create managers who, when they leave, they get more satisfaction out of the fact that they're going to be okay that I've left. I've left them in good shape versus managers who leave chaos behind them when they leave. But also managers who are promoting talent that are in their organization. We did a recent study on talent mobility, for example, and that's a definite trait of top companies. They do a very good job at moving talent around in their organization. They don't let especially top talent become stagnant inside a division or department. Again, that's allowing managers to hoard talent, and it's ultimately destructive to the company. And the way you get around that, so managers who naturally want to do that, you reward and make a big deal about managers that are developing talent in their division or department and allowing that talent to move. And when you make that visible, when you reward it, either just through recognition, maybe there's monetary recognition around it, you suddenly change the culture a bit so that is something that's acceptable inside the company. And then the managers that are moving talent, they eventually understand that they become a talent magnet for good talent. Because you as an employee, you want to go work for the guy that's going to get you promoted or the gal that's going to move you inside the company, not somebody that's just going to keep you under their thumb. So that's a aspect of definite aspect of top companies.
And therefore those managers become more successful as a result. They have the best, so it's
it's an education process.
Yeah.
And maybe a rewiring process for some managers' mindsets. And for some companies, it's just a cut line kind of initiative. So that if managers don't acquiesce to that, then they're probably not the right managers for your organization, and you've got to move on.